guys, it's Sarah and I'm here with another Disney layout. This one is going to be about Hollywood Studios, kind of the intro page, if you will, for that park. I'm going to have kind of little intro pages for each park that we did. We did 3 of them. So the first day that we got to Disney, we did Hollywood Studios. That was kind of our first stop. And I found this paper from a Crate Paper paper pad there, and it looks like a really large film strip, like the center of a film strip maybe, so it has the outside edges and it looks like it's a piece of film, so I'm going to use that. And then I have this star paper here, which I don't have a manufacturer for. I'm not sure who that came from. It's very old though, so I'm going to use that as kind of my main background in there as well. And then I have a 6x6 piece of paper from Simple Stories, and that has a bunch of viewfinders on it, so I'm going to use that here too. And then the thickers that I used are called Marquee, and they kind of look like, you know, Hollywood letters or something like that, so they kind of worked out nicely. I did not have a second S to use in Studios, so I just made my title Hollywood Studio Fun, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Instead of saying Hollywood Studios, I'm just not stressing out about it, it's fine, and I wanted to use those thickers, so. Alright, so I am mounting my picture on a piece of black cardstock here. And then I will ink the edges of my other papers with some Distress ink in Black Soot, and I'll do that here in just a second. I also have this little cut apart here from the Simple Stories collection, and I just cut off that little film strip up top that has some fun little pictures in the center of them, so I'm going to use that as a little embellishing layer as well up in the corner there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all inked up. And the picture is of my 2 girls standing in front of Hollywood Studios. We hadn't entered the park yet, but we just bought some Mickey ears for them, and we were kind of waiting for my husband to finish up getting the tickets all settled. Since it was our first day, we had to go pick up our tickets, and so I told them to stand in front of the sign, and they did, and they had their hands up in the air because they were ready to go. So it was a lot of fun. Alright, so I have my papers all inked up here, and I did ink the star paper there. You can't see it a ton. You can see it a little bit better in person, but yeah, I just did it anyway. Probably didn't really need it, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm pretty positive I know where I want everything to go, so I'm going to go ahead and just start getting some stuff stuck down here. And I am going to go ahead and get my title put down. I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive for this because these are chipboard thickers and they do not tend to stay put for very long. So I always just make sure I take a few extra minutes and use my liquid adhesive to put these down. So I got Hollywood down there, and then I'm going to do the rest of it. I'm starting from the outside in. I'll have a little bit of a gap in between Studio and Fun, but that's okay. That blue star actually kind of works nicely. Now I have these 2 felt stars. These are from a Freckled Fawn kit from a very long time ago, and I had 2 just still chilling. I didn't have anywhere to use them, so I put them over top some of these bigger stars on the background paper. And I pulled out a couple of brads from American Crafts, and I will use those as well. I'm just kind of pulling everything that I had originally pulled for my page kit to see what I wanted to use here. And I'm going to keep going back to this sticker sheet from Simple Stories, and I have this viewfinder here, and it was pretty perfect, so I wanted to make sure I use it. I only want to use the part that says Magic though. The other part says Believe. I don't think I'm going to be using it on any other layouts, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the whole thing down, just cover up the Believe part, and then have the Magic be showing right there. I could have cut it down, honestly, but it would have been a little awkward, and I don't think I would have been able to use the Believe later on anyway, so I'm okay with that. Alright, then I put a little speech bubble that says Totally Worth the Wait, since that was our first stop. I have this epoxy, it's kind of a chipboard plus epoxy on top of it, if you will. That is from, let's see, Hallmark stickers, and I got those at Walmart, I believe, quite a while ago. But they're Mickey heads with different designs, so I picked a orange and yellow polka dot because it kind of goes with the colors that I'm looking for here. I do pull this tag to do my journaling. However, after I do my journaling on it, I end up smudging it because my pen does not dry on that sticker paper very well, so I end up having to take that off eventually. So I'll go ahead and do my journaling with my Sharpie pen. It just doesn't dry. It probably would have if I let it sit for a while, but I need to get a slick writer or something that will write on that type of material without smudging. So I just don't have anything like that right now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my brads down. And I have 3 large blue brads. They're fabric and they have stars on them. So I'm going to kind of scatter those around. And that's where I smudged my my journaling. I don't know if you can see it now, but when I turn it back over, I notice it. And it probably actually happens too when I turn it over like that and set it down on my thing. I'm using some washi tape on the back of these brads just so that when I put it in my album, it's not going to tear up my page protectors. I always cover up brads and stitching and stuff with washi tape. And now I have noticed that my journaling smudged and I'm angry. So I need to figure out what to do with that. I am going to go ahead and take it off. I'm holding my breath so I don't rip anything, and it comes off nicely. But I need to figure out something else, and I get pen all over me when I did that too. So I definitely need to get a slip writer. I'm tapping my fingers. What am I going to do? So I'm just going to grab a piece of cardstock and I'm just going to write on here. And my journaling is just going to say our first stop was Hollywood Studios. There was tons of Star Wars stuff and we loved it. The girls absolutely love Star Wars. They are really starting to get into it. I took Kaylin to see the newest one, The Force Awakens. We went in the theater and she loved it. And then Layla saw it at home because I knew she wouldn't sit through it at the movie theater, but she's seen little bits and pieces. She didn't sit through the whole thing still at home, but she knows all the characters and they want to start watching the older ones now too. And so we haven't quite got that far yet, but I definitely want to let Kaylin watch the older ones too. But they've been playing Infinity, like Star Wars Infinity stuff, and they love Kylo Ren. Layla loves Kylo Ren. So it's funny. Alright, so I found these yellow enamel dots, so I'm going to use some of those up here. And I think that's going to complete my layout. I don't add anything else. I'm good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions and I will try to answer them. And I will be back again soon with some more Disney layouts for you. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.